And
Hello.
what is up, everyone? We are back with the PNW Arcadian. It's been far too long, 5 years, I believe, since we've had something like this.
Yeah, it has been close to that.
So here we are. We're going to be going into Wave A, going up into our first match very shortly. But hey, you know how Arcadians work. It's not going to be a single PR player in attendance. Even some sub-regions, you know, being gate-kept a little bit out of the tournament. But hey, this is what we like to see. We like to see people shine, right? We like to see that up-and-coming talent pull through right now.
No, and it's going to be interesting because it also just affects so much when it comes to how the players are going to feel about it. Like when they're going into their run, they're all of a sudden no longer thinking like, okay, I'm going to run into this PR level player at this point.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of see how I do.
I'm not getting seeded like into round 2, you know, going against one of the best players in the world, right?
You're all of a sudden thinking to yourself like, okay, how do I approach each match? How do I just make sure I can go as far, like absolutely as far as I can? And it's just a really cool experience. Like I'm really glad it's going on. Again, shout outs to FTP and the rest of the crew putting this on. It's just, yeah, it's good times.
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things about this tournament too is because I know like everyone's kind of homey, right? Everyone's like down to hang out. So what they did for the PR players is like, hey, randubs.
Speaking of randubs, earlier that was kind of wild.
Some of the I have never seen such clencher sets.
That in the Justice,
like
the
yeah,
Justice
no, the
H4
Justice H4
Saw Step clutching it out.
It how it be, you know what I'm saying?
It kind of do be like that.
But yeah, here we have idling for our next match.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the pool right now. We got a ton of good matches actually going on.
Okay.
So one that I'm kind of looking forward to seeing. Obviously, going to be cool to see how Archer goes. Okay, so right here we got going on
Ezli versus, I'm unfamiliar with the other person.
Actually, kind of same. Oh wait, let me check if I can see what's going on here. It'd have to be A2. And that is Ban.
Oh, Bam?
Ban.
Ban.
Ban, yes. And
B-A-N or B-E-N?
B-A-N. All right, let's see who's playing.
Ban, okay.
So we got the Wolf, obviously, from Ezli.
Yeah, absolutely. Tried
extremely clean. One thing I've always noticed when I played against him, his execution just, he works on it so much.
Oh, yes.
It's ridiculous.
It's the Wolf Classic.
It is. That is true.
And
okay,
now
Wolf Joker.
Well, Ban. Oh, okay. A
A
little bit of a top tier lineup.
A little bit of the throwback as well to just like that one time period where you would just see so much of these kind of matchups.
Yeah, this is that Zachary MKLeo, you know, type beat going on right now. But here we have players selecting colors, just finalizing some stuff. You see Ezli kind of vibing a little bit, and they're going to be going right into it, I believe.
All right, and actually some interesting things with this matchup is just how difficult it can sometimes be for Joker to actually get those hits, when in most matchups they kind of just come right to him. Yeah,
you saw right there, having to eat a laser to the face. I think the counter is going to be coming out quite a bit when it comes with these players.
Exactly.
But, looks like we have production saying to not start, it looks like. Oh, okay. A little bit of a false start.
All happens.
Respectful snap, I like that. Like,
exactly.
Yo.
Hey,
hold
up. All right.
Hold up.
We're getting there.
You're running my way. You're running my system.
Let it be understood.
Never disrespect the streamer. They be putting in insane work. Shout outs to them. Shout outs to, of course, the Tempest Stream Productions.
It was so cool seeing that announcement.
Yeah, that was actually, I really love the production on it.
And I think just those ideas of getting more collective groups for stuff like this, it just adds so much. I mean, not to mention they've talked about potentially doing quad streams in the future. It's just like, it's such an improvement to the viewer experience.
Oh yeah, quad streams
really
was easily one of the coolest things that came to Ludwig Invitational. And having worked at like Battle of BC 4, where they were doing the alternating stream, where they were having like literal back-to-back matches, I think that quad stream is literally the next step to make it even better.
Right.
And so this is...
It just has a lot.
The stream meta is evolving.
It is kind of going places. Holy.
All right. Both of them have been given the A-OK. They're going to fist bump and select characters and get right into it.
But what's interesting here is that, obviously, Wolf, very consistent frame data throughout, but it means that certain characters can consistently punish a lot of his stuff on shield.
Oh, yes.
Joker is kind of in a weird spot where a lot of his aerials are going to, like a lot of his out-of-shield options are going to get hit in weird spots. So you kind of just end up in scenarios where, like, you're hoping that you get an up smash from an early aerial, but let's see.
Right now, excellent testing of that shield, just doing the double short hop, just waiting to see when it gets let go.
Already, we're just seeing it. Like, all right, gets the grab, though. Let's see.
We have excellent shield. Also calling out the dash attack. I think that's going to be very prevalent if you know, we're working with a different caliber of Joker, right? We're not we're not seeing the Leo stuff, but however, this character can do so much damage once the Arsene is out. As you can see, getting that 38%, but the dash attack to immediately send him off.
All right, this was kind of interesting though. Ezli doesn't seem like is over prioritizing the ledge. He's instead trying to set up a lot of juggle scenarios, which I think is actually kind of smart here, just because of how many options Joker does have off there.
Oh yeah.
Because usually with Wolf, obviously, you kind of want to turn it into like a big ledge trap scenario where you're keeping them on there for like a solid 30 seconds or so, if you can. But right now, honestly, he's just trying to put them in really uncomfortable situations on stage, which is kind of fun.
I was going to say, I'm seeing that Ezli's not having too much of a hard time trying to get back to that center, as you can see. Immediately turning around the situation. It was just two jumps and oh, okay, here I am.
Yeah,
Once again.
He's just there. I mean, he's using Wolf's airspeed amazingly well right now. But let's see. Off stage. Gets the guns.
They will make it back, and using a Nair to retaliate. You always got to be ready for that back air, though. Ban is going to be eating that to the face, and now having a stock lead. Let's see what Ezli is going to cook up this time.
See, this is painful, though. You're behind against Wolf. They don't have to approach. They can just play as reactive as they want to, but he's getting a good juggle going.
Yeah, I was going to say the airspace was in a solid control right now, but Ban is kind of letting Ezli just kind of get more and more footing. Playing very fade away. Oh, speaking of fadeaways, getting back onto that ledge.
Let's see though. All right, that's a lot of damage. If he pops Arsene before the stock ends, that is going to be huge for this matchup, just because you sometimes need that to get the big hits. There we go. From downtown, that back air is immediately going to tie up the stocks. Very low percentile. This could be really easy for Ban to absolutely make a really strong lead. However, he's snaking for some interesting aerial options. And see right there, that fair on shield, you can't do anything there.
I've never seen someone just be swinging 5 dares in a sequence. And
I mean, hey, if you get something like that, 45%.
No, that's very true.
Oh, and the dash attack immediately gets the lead back. All right. All right, let's see, though. Dancing around a bit. The up tilt's a little weird, but all right.
To commit to the second time, too.
Yeah.
Respect.
I mean, honestly, sometimes you just got to stick with your comfort options, and Dan is definitely doing that right now. It's just a question of how well can Ezli punish, which so far it's been pretty good.
Yeah, no, you can't really knock the consistency and what to expect from Ban right now, because it's working. Obviously, you have a percent lead. You're keeping things tied up. It's always going to be the check of how ready is my opponent, and I don't know if they're ready.
Okay, and see, I'm starting to see why Ezli is not sending him off stage even more. Like that back air, just such a good option. Joker's so slippery on the ledge. Let's see though, we got an off stage situation. Goes for the grab.
There we go. Back air. Surprisingly, the sour spot. I was
expecting a kill there.
Tip of the toes was going to be done. However, Ban returning the favor now, having the stock and the percent lead right now.
And see, having Arsene now when you have the lead is so huge because you just let's see how much extra credit he gets. Little Nancy on the counter.
Not too much. He's just going to get his full score.
Let's see.
There we go. Yep.
Nice forward
If you're going to be trying to, aerial back onto stage, expect the palm. That is going to be tying it up very even right now.
All right. And let's see. The zoning's coming in, but he's pushing it a little too much sometimes against Joker because Joker is a whip punish monster, obviously. I think sometimes he just does not need to swing as much as he is.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting punished big time for it, and eventually, once Arsene's back online, like right now, that is not going to be okay. That you are going to die for that.
Good use of that air dodge, though, to dodge the timing of when Aha was going to be coming out. I apologize.
True.
I don't remember the full Arsene version of it.
Oh, don't worry.
Aegon. It was Aegon.
Yes. All right, here we go, though. Off stage. Let's see what he's got. Oh, such a nice back air.
Yep, that's going to be...
Was very ready for the call out there. That was really nice.
Now, it's always going to be a question. Is the adaptations there? Ezli now being down a game, they're going to have to look over some things when it came to those ledge interactions.
And it's going to be interesting because that was also a game where at the beginning of it, he had the lead. And he
it was like full control.
Yeah.
The pilot of the match.
The thing about it is just trying to hold that. It's just painful.
But hey, use this time, collect yourself, look at your counter picks. I'm glad that they're actually picking stages.
And not doing the
all
gentleman
PS2.
to PS2?
I think it's kind of like when you live in a meta where the stages are always like so freeform. It's always good to, expand your horizons, understand what your character can start doing on these different variations. Like some honestly, if you're especially if you're down like 2-0, why not switch stages, right?
I might have seen a Hollow Bastion. Yes. Okay, that's actually, I really like that pick.
That's absolutely a really good option.
I've heard it's definitely good for Joker in the right matchups, but I think in this matchup, you're just controlling a lot more space, and I'm assuming it was probably a Smashville ban.
Yeah, no, high likelihood. There's definitely going to Smashville and probably maybe Battlefield to an extent.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. We are in best of 3 still. 2 bans.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, all right. So here we go, game
love
2.
This lovely graphic. I like this
a
lot.
It's just so good. Production's
Production, top 5 in all of the U.S.
Let's see. All right, and immediately gets the grab. All right, so
yeah, we're talking about momentum right now. This is going to be a very clean start coming in from Ban as he continues at keeping them on ledge. Ezli's starting to do a lot of jumping.
He is, and on top of that, all right, and just dropping a few small things. That should have been a dash attack. All right, but he's got the odd situation, goes for it, but does not quite connect.
And the flow of the game is very much playing in Ban's favor. Ezli is going to have to recoup a little bit. I'm scared about these jumps. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah, no, it's the thing where, like, he got the hit that time, but if that downer had hit, that's so much damage. I don't enjoy it. Yep, and there it is again. He's jumping out of the corner. So we'll see how Ban adapts to that, but yep, Wolf's aerials not safe on the front, but on the back they will be safe in this matchup.
How much adaptation you gotta do when you're controlling the pace of the match?
And that just kills. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see. Can he even it up? This is the rough part for Wolf. Wolf is not necessarily a character that's gonna immediately rob you unless that happens.
Yeah, when you stick your arm out, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know.
I can shoot gun, right? No. Go next, Doc. Go next.
Here we go.
Shooing it away,
and
that's
he's
going
just
to be
building that meter for Arsene. That was actually just a good recognition. Hey, he's getting a little antsy. He's just kind of wanting to zone a little bit now. All right, and then so these adaptations are banned. I'm actually really liking. I'm actually like very impressed.
Oh my gosh, almost getting the drag down. If not for the air dodge, that's going to be Ezli making some ground again. Now very reminiscent of the beginning of game 1.
We're seeing a lot more.
Even with the
we're seeing a lot more empty jumps. We're seeing a lot more just not quite hitting it on shield, just kind of keeping that space. He wants to hold on to it a little more. Yeah, perfect. That forward tilt just immediately baits him in.
There we go. Oh, committing pretty hard to that ledge guard nair. That's going to even more percent.
Yep. Let's see how it racks up. Oh, but he gets the. All right, the grab is actually really good there. Let's see.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I literally clenched. I was like, oh, that's the back air.
If I'm playing listen, I'm not going to lie, I got hit by it.
Ooh, but here we go. The scoop coming in from Wolf. That thing hasn't changed since day 1.
All right, and let's see how well he can hold it this time. Yeah, going for the guns. I don't know about that one. I think you can just hold for the ledge trap. Let's see, though.
Also use the up tilt just to get some positional advantage.
Really good landing by Ezli.
It's not going to work for him right now. He's now off stage being forced the air dodge. Okay, good reversal.
Okay, and Ezli, they're honestly just playing, let's see. They are just playing so consistent here.
Ooh, oh my gosh, actually, I think it was a little bit of SDI getting out there, but that back air yet again, swinging from across the stage, it doesn't matter.
It's the small things like that they tend to grind out a lot, so I'm not surprised. You know what, Ban, he's going for it. He's making sure that he knows his options he wants to get. I don't know if right now he's adapting as much to what Ezli is trying to do to avoid it.
Yeah, which is interesting too, because in the beginning of the game, it felt very much like the changes were all showing up, and now Ban's somewhat reverting back to his old ways.
I think it's feeling like that standard ebb and flow you see a lot early in pools, where just someone makes a small adaptation, they think they've got it figured out, and then all of a sudden it's just getting reversed.
Speaking of reverse, trying to get that punish from the tech, now being sent to the ledge.
Off stage.
There we go.
Such a good get-up attack.
Oh my.
Oh, and he just they just swing.
Just swing.
They just swing it. Oh my god.
All right. That was the most Wolf F smash ever F smash.
Hey, listen.
Oh, it's neutral. Palm.
Just go for it.
Oh, it's neutral. I win. There we go. Now going to game 3. Let's see what they're both adaptation games have been very, very fluctuating.
Right. I think with Ezli, they're more so working to avoid a lot of it. So, and I know I've talked to them before. They've talked about wanting to play very much that kind of grind you out play style. That plays into it very well. Meanwhile, it feels like Ban, a lot of it's based around like how much can I get off my hit based on what I'm seeing in your disadvantage. So
that's actually a very good description.
It's a fun thing here, because it's like Joker. I mean, the Joker has to get those hits sometimes, or else it just won't kill.
Yeah.
So it's the right thing to do. It's just I feel like fishing for a little too much right now.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think, yeah, a little dependent on it too.
Yeah.
Aside from just like the fishing, especially the dares.
Yeah.
They just be doing
They're
that.
not working right now. I don't know if I've seen. Okay, I mean, as I say it. Okay. And gets 30. I mean, 35 off it's not bad.
Yeah, nothing to shy about, but I've never seen two players double jump more in my life until today.
Oh my gosh, it is.
We are in an Arcadian for sure.
Well, the biggest thing is it's all right by the ledge.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so dangerous.
Every dangerous spot that can be a double jump, it's there.
It is. The number of times I've had it described to me as just, it is the noob zone. I don't want to go off as roasting, but like, it is definitely that spot where any player who's like seeing it will just be like, all right, I can just hit you here and you're dead.
Yeah, it's go next.
It's so dangerous. I mean, especially in a matchup with two characters that have pretty solid disjoints, you don't want to swing there because you're not gonna beat out their hitbox with yours if you're swinging first.
Absolutely. Now both testing each other's shields just a little bit, trying to have some fancy feet. We might see a kill very soon. The soft hit of the Nair, trying to get that tech.
Okay.
Arsen's about to be activated. Let's see if he'll even see it. That back throw,
Another
not gonna do it.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh. All right. And now Ezli's doing a lot more mix-ups. All of a sudden turning a little bit of the aggression on, doing a little bit of dash attack. Is it going to be dash attack, dash grab, and just really abusing it. And then, of course, ledge trap scenarios. Wolf's so strong with those.
Yeah. Calling out. Really good call out from the Nair.
Yes.
Knowing that both players are jumping from the ledge. Ezli says, you know what? We're just not going to let it happen for free anymore.
Okay, so not quite a kill percent. So let's see how much extra credit can get from this.
Ooh,
and
they just double fair. Oh my gosh.
They just got 45.
Clean 45% too.
Oh my gosh, and it just keeps racking up. Cleans it up, but that's 66%. Always the up smash. And they are just fiending for it. Ezli playing so well right now.
The double laser into the face. Respect.
Okay, has to be careful with those forward airs though. And I mean, we're seeing what happens. One hit.
There we go. Now Ezli finally finding the target.
Oh, that was such a dangerous air dodge. Oh my gosh.
Will they be rewarded with a kill? Let's find out.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, just fishing a little too much.
That second one, awesome. That first one, who was that hitting?
No.
Respectfully. Who was that hitting? Respectfully.
No, don't
Love
you know?
Ezli.
Listen, they have a friend who plays Wolf. They know.
All right.
They're in such a bad. This is such a bad position now.
Oh my gosh.
You're playing
almost
Joker.
Fully turned around.
You're playing Joker. No Arsene. Wolf is at 60. Yeah, and now all of a sudden it's just swinging a lot more, staying in one spot, which, mind you, I think is good because they have been catching a lot of fans' options, but I don't know.
Right now, the snuffing out so many of these recoveries and retaliations is finally starting to pay off. And now playing a little bit safer, obviously.
Yeah.
Talking about the grinding down, strategies now, opting to just try and whittle them out through the spacing and the positioning. There we go.
My, such good down smash. Ezli takes it. All right.
With a 2-stock to finish it off, Ezli will proceed finish side of Wave A.
Actually, just some really good plays there. I think it was just cool to see how it evolved throughout that. And it's at this level where you just get to see it so much more apparently because there's not the immediate like, all right, I've got it figured out. I know what they're doing adaptation-wise. So you see it all going in like slow motion a little bit, which is really fun.
No, this is definitely a really good like slow burn. You get to see everything unfolding out in a very like natural way. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
You're just being able to see the way the flow of the game works
I still
out,
can't believe I
more
killed.
spread out, obviously enough. Sometimes when you're watching PR, PGR, the best of the best, it's like things are so breakneck speed, it's kind of hard to translate that unless you are like forcing yourself to keep up the pace. But that was a really good example of where you can just look at every interaction and understand that's how Ultimate is to be played, right?
Like yeah, exactly. And it's just you get to see the play styles throughout it. You get to see the overall how they're approaching the matchup. It's so cool. And like as the bracket keeps going, we'll just see more and more of that as like you start getting players where they're a little quicker on the adaptations, but you're still seeing it maybe like game to game instead of necessarily like, oh, okay, from stock to stock.
Yeah.
I think the farther we get, the more stock to stock it'll be, but it's not a guarantee. Like,
oh yeah, the flow of the we're gonna start seeing the breaknet like we were talking about.
Exactly.
Once it comes into even the qualifier matches, I think there's so many PR non-PR killers all